Good evening. Welcome to Femmes Folktales with Yvie Johnson, illustrator and writer from Denbigh, North Wales. So let me just get my iPad connected. Sometimes remember to do this. I usually forget. There it is. So, we've had an update in Fresco. I know the Adobe Max is ongoing at the moment. A big convention for all the new Adobe features. So if I just look into what I'm going to be drawing today, I had started on this Folktale Week book as one of the prompts for Folktale Week coming up. And then I did some more sketches for some of the other prompts, Charm, Night and Storm. And I really liked the Charm one as well, and Night. So I don't know, which one should I look at tonight? Charm, book. Let me show you them anyway. This is Charm, one of the prompts for Folktale Week 2025. You can check out the prompts at the Folktale Week Instagram page. So just before I sort of carry on, if I just show you some of the new features, it's the brush. For me, the brush is primarily the biggest change. So if I click on the brush on the left, top of the left hand panel for me, the layout of brushes is now, it's now just one icon, and top left of the panel there's a drop down list where you can then pick the brush. I was trying to say pixel. I was trying to say pick while looking at the word pixel. So, I've just had my own little reminder to turn on Stream closed captioner. Have I got it on? I thought I had it on. I was hoping that I'd have the closed captioner sorted by now. If I just come over to my Twitch. Oh, salut Antoine. Hi Oliver. Antoine, j'ai eu la grippe. Je suis un peu malade en ce moment. I'm just sort of going through a bit of a flu at the moment and had some other infections, and I've finally got some antibiotics to help, which feel better today, thank goodness, but it's been an awful couple of days. Yeah, I've not had that. I don't normally get the flu vaccine ever. I don't know if I'm going to have to start changing my mind on it. I'm not sure. Okay, so I can't remember where I needed to look to turn on my... Come on, brain. So I'm in my stream manager. Sorry, I'm just on my Twitch page at the moment looking for how to turn on my closed caption thing. Where would I have turned it off? And where would I have turned it on in the first place? Settings? Gosh. Streaming tools. I can't remember what I did. Have it on. I was hoping that it would just come up on the front of the screen. Darn it. Oh, right, yeah, you've had to wait for this vaccine to do its thing before you can have your other treatment. Yeah, I get that. I understand. Okay, I'm sorry that the closed captions don't seem to be coming up, unless they do come up? Oh, maybe I just need to show them. Sorry. I'm just figuring this out for the first time. Does that work? Does that work? I can't see it coming up. Is that working? I'm literally trying to look at the screen to see if any of my words are coming up, and they don't appear to be. And yeah, that's a pain. Okay, so I'll have to look at that again for the next time. The next stream. Okay, okie dokie. So, back to Fresco. New brush settings. I usually use the library brushes. And obviously there's the favourites with the star, and then there's the recents. Unfortunately, it still has my recents listed from when I started drawing this picture. So other than that, I think it's quite sort of self-explanatory. All the brushes that you would have normally are all still there. You've obviously just got a bigger picture to look at for the type of brush, and they're separated in a panel rather than 3 different things down the side. Icons down the side. If I go back to my recents, I was using the Perfect pencil from Kyle's Drawing Box. Ooh! Oliver's on a 3-week stream. 3-stream streak. Well done. I don't know why they make me say it so tongue-twistery. Well done, Oliver. Have the points. Have all the points. Anyway, yes, I was doing book as one of the prompts that I'd started last week, and then literally straight after the stream finished, I opened up a new page to write down all of the prompts and ideas, and I just couldn't get the story of Ceridwen, the witch goddess, out of my head. Let me just grab a book from behind me. Hopefully I can do that without setting any of the wires off. Hang on a sec. There's a couple of books I just need to grab. I can't remember which story she's in. The best version of the story that I've seen so far. This one, Welsh Folktales by Peter Stevenson. It's a good resource for me. Let me just have a look at where the Ceridwen story is in here. It's a great story, I promise. Great tale. It's to do with the origins of Merlin. Ooh. Earth's changelings and eggshells. Could be that one. Taliesin. 4 to 22. Is it that? Am I reading that rightly? Oh, chapter 9. Ceridwen, 10. Taliesin. Okay. You're up for it. I'll just read you a little folk tale, or I will do an abbreviated version of the story because it's quite a long story. So, there was a woman, an enchantress, a Gwythanes, a woman of the other world. Her name was Ceridwen, and she lived by Llyn Tegid. Today that's known as Bala Lake, middle of North Wales. She knew all the plants and roots and herbs in the forests. She brewed tinctures and potions and kept them in misty bottles on sagging shelves. She could set bones and draw out fevers. Sorry, Oliver's just asking, what story are you reading? It's the story Taliesin, chapter 9 of Welsh Folktales by Peter Stevenson. There's a reason I'm reading this story, I promise. She gifted her husband, her giant husband Tegid Voel, with enchanted armour so his flesh could never be cut in battle. They had 2 children, Ceridwen, with her mother's ebony skin and father's strength, and Morfran, with his mother's dark soul and father's brains, and eyes so black the crows thought him their brother, although even the crows left him alone. He lived in the room at the top of the castle. He kept the door locked just in case. Ceridwen watched Morfran as he sat, breathing deeply, dark eyes staring, moving only to snatch a fly out of the air with those huge hands. How could a woman so otherworldly produce a grotesque like this? Yet even a crow thinks its children, in the page, are beautiful. So she decided to gift him with the powers of prophecy and inspiration. With that, he would be a Din Hisbis, a conjurer. She gathered herbs, leaves, bark, fungi, slime moulds, breath and odours, using instruments carefully crafted by the light of the waning moon. She mixed powders and tinctures, built a great fire from peat, and boiled the ingredients in a pitch black iron cauldron. And you see where I'm going with this story and the image that's on the screen? The potion had to simmer for a year and a day. So she found an old blind beggar to sit and stir it. Okay, the rest of the story actually is referring to the story of Taliesin, but the story up to that point is about Ceridwen, an otherworldly goddess who is married to Tegid Voel, a giant called Tegid. And this is a story linked to Bala Lake in North Wales. Ceridwen's celebrated as a very strong Welsh deity. But if you know the story of Merlin, you know that Merlin's nemesis is Morvran, and the English name would probably be Mordred. He had other names. It's like there's always the dark soul character, and he is actually Ceridwen's son. And the story of Taliesin, based on this, is that basically Ceridwen makes a potion, makes something that would charm her son into having beauty and looks to match his size and his gifts, so that he could be successful in the world. And unfortunately, another lad accidentally touches the potion, and when Ceridwen realizes this boy has touched the potion, she goes on a chase, a hunt, and both of them change into different animals and different creatures, and they're flying in the air and they're down in the ocean, blah blah blah. And the boy washes up on another part of Wales near Aberystwyth, I think it is, where he's fished out of the water and he has turned into Merlin. Well, he later takes the name Merlin. And anyway, it's a fantastic story as a tale, but it begins with Ceridwen's need as a mother to change her son's prospects. So what I've done is I've started to draw. Oh, where have I put my pen? I've started drawing for the prompt charm, and a charm is obviously a spell. Ceridwen, a goddess who is crafting in her black cauldron a potion, a charm. And through the window, I was going to draw I think I did have them in the actual original drawing. I'm going to draw the mountains that are, you can see, mountains and hills that are obvious from Llynbala, Bala Lake. So, yeah, so I worked on that. I did like an extra version. I have done the overlay so that I can start colouring it in. But yeah, I just wanted to show where this one comes from. It's one of my favourite tales. So the other ones that I'd looked at were Night. I mean, the story... So Oliver's just asking about the story of Taliesin. You've got that book, though, haven't you? The Welsh Folktales by Peter Stevenson. And it's in that. And you might have read it somewhere else as well. Britain's Landmarks and Legends. Oh, right, okay. National Trust, Britain's Landmarks and Legends. I mean, I'm sure there's only going to be the one version of it. And it might. I wonder if it's in the Mabinogion as well. Not sure. Because that story is obviously the Tales of King Arthur. Yeah, the boy turning into Merlin. The Book of Taliesin is a different book that you've got. Oh, I don't know that. Send us some links, will you, Oliver? I've obviously got like abbreviated story versions to fit into a book with multiple tales. So this this one was the prompt for night, and what I've done is, I don't know if you can see, it's obviously still the scribbled-ish version. There's two signposts there and there, and it's it's going to be like a crossroads, and this is the Uita. Is that right? Let me just check my Welsh, sorry. Give us a sec. I'm a Welsh learner still. Yvie Juniper, I think it actually is. Yvie Juniper. It's not easy to say with a cold, let alone... No, without a cold, let alone with. What I'll do is actually, I'll show you the one I did a couple of years ago. I think it's in my portfolio. And where's my portfolio? (2024). Alangayev. Ganfrutan. Oh yeah, 2023. I just add this picture. Oh, I need to go to OBS. Oh, thanks for that, Oliver. Thanks for the link. Let me just go to OBS. I'm just gonna add an image. This is like not often that I do this, so I'm like quite slow at sometimes doing it. So browse. Up. Portfolio. Alangayev. Social media. Ooh. A sec. Look. There we go. Okay. I can't say this, honestly. Yvie Juniper. Now, in English, that translates to the tailless black sow. So it's basically a black pig without a tail. And so part of the sort of folklore of Wales is if you hang about at the crossroads on Halloween night, you will be visited by the black tailless sow, Yvie Juniper. Or, which is, so this is this dude here that I've drawn. This dude here. Or witches. So that's a witch, obviously clinging to a tree. And then I've got some Ugan Rudan here and here and here. And there's something in the tree there. So this was going to be like a fun illustration as well of the folklore of of Wales, and So yeah, so I thought, see, this is where I love, there's so much available. I don't even have to leave Wales to get sort of stories for to draw, to sort of find inspiration amongst. But yeah, so let's go back, and the book one I'd obviously started, and so these are my 3 favourite, and I had started a 4th, but I didn't really have a story. I was thinking I might find a story that would fit it, and this is the book one. So hey Uma, good evening. So yeah, my brain's not working very well. Which one should I draw? Which one should I go for? The knight with the crazy characters, the crazy creepy characters. Charm with the goddess Ceridwen mixing a potion, or book with the kids scaring themselves in a tent. Which one should I draw? You guys tell me. Can't make up my mind. Ceridwen, you want me to do that one? It is, I suppose, the one I've mostly done. Anyway. I don't know how to do polls, but Oliver decided. and Uma's decided as well. Okay. So now that I have remembered, it's not Morgan, the name, it's Morvran. Change that up. Morvran. Maybe I should make the whole label visible, or I don't know. Right, so I was working on the shelves, making the apples more obvious. And I just remembered it said that they were sagging shelves, so is it a frog or a toad? I suppose it depends on the colour when it comes to it. It's upside down, you can see its belly. Probably going to be a frog. She's trying to make a potion that would turn her son into a handsome man. I think on this shelf, is it? Yeah, I'm gonna add another skull. They sit quite upright, don't they? Kern? Kern? I don't know what you thought you heard, Uma. Ceridwen? Might have misheard what Yvie said. I'm poorly at the moment, Uma, so oh right, yeah, which part? Yeah, her son, Morvran. You didn't hear the part where I told the story as well. So if you're able to rewind, you'll be able to hear me telling the short folktale of as to why this became a picture. I suppose there is a bit of a bone there, isn't there? She's cooking up a large Hadron Collider in her cauldron. And maybe next to that I could have jar. I haven't really put anything in these jars yet though, I suppose. I like drawing books. They sort of fill up, obviously, the spaces. Yeah, let's do some more books. Okay, let's work on the shelves. Turn all these down. I was hoping that my captions was available, closed captions. I was hoping that I'd set it up so that it would come on this time around, but I can't remember where to look, so I don't know where to look to actually activate that. It looks like on the settings I've got it available, but I can't see anything come up on the screen. So sorry about that. Sometimes my words are slightly lazy. Okay, and I've turned the shelving back up. I only went and put a lot of effort into making these nice and level. Oh, sod it. I'm not going to do sagging shelves. They're all like wibbly wobbly anyway. Oh, have fun reading that, Oliver. A new book, The Bardic Source Book, Inspirational Legacy and Teachings of the Ancient Celts. Fantastic. So I need to start a new layer and start do I bother? No. I'll just go over and tidy up the layers. Do I do another layer? With an ink pen. Is that what people properly do? Am I being lazy? Probably being lazy. If I go to my favourites, I might be able to find these quicker. Manga pens, lettering pens. I'm so grateful to Kyle Webster for all of these brushes. A comics pen line. Sorry, I need to cough. I'm just gonna switch mute my mic for a minute. Mute my mic for a minute. That's better. Okay, let's have a go at some of these lines. These are all lettering pens. Paint box, gouache. Lots of gouache. Dry media, pastels, perfect pencils, charcoal pencils, concept brushes. Paint box, so yeah, some of these impressionist painters. They're always nice for textury stuff. Ballpoint, animator are two of my favourite. Very nice for detailed work. So basically this is alphabetical and I'm still at D for drawing box. Fountain pen. FGHI. Ink box. Here we go. Classic cartoonist. Which I'm not. But I like this because it has sort of gnarly looking edging. It's not like a straight fine line. Do I need to look for another one? No, I don't want to try rough and curve. Calvin brush. Similar. I think I prefer the classic cartoonist. Okay, I'm happy with that. We'll go back to recents. Open that up. So first I'm just going to tidy up some of this line work that I've done, just so I know where I'm actually drawing the line. So this is supposed to be like saggy ceiling white what's it called? like a clad, you know, when you've got a stone building and the inside is like the lime thingy. Whitewash could be. I suppose it's like lime something or other. I was thinking of. I don't know why the word lime is in my head. That you know you'd get in between the woodwork and the looks like a bum. It does look like I've just drawn a bum. Plaster. Something like that. Yeah, I don't know what the word is. I don't think it's going to come to me whilst I'm in this state. Sorry, you wrote, what was it? I think Oliver wrote, I think it was recommended by the OBOD? Bardic Order of the Druids, maybe? Original Bardic Order of the Druids? Or maybe I found it while looking for a recommended book. I don't remember, I just remember that's where I started off. Order of Bards. I was close. Order of Bards, Ovates, and Druids. So have you guys been keeping up with all of the Adobe Max thingy bobs? About what's been going on? I've been too poorly to look at any of them. Too high vibe for me. Oh, all AI. Yeah. Oh, goodness. So, I don't know if you guys are the best people to mention to sort of ask advice from, but I was thinking Uma's waiting for the snakes. I was thinking about restarting to post on Instagram again. Haven't posted there since 2024. And because I've got a book that I'm writing, and basically I need to make sure I've got a channel to show it off on. And obviously Adobe Express can work with Instagram to post things, so at least I've got somewhere I can plan like posts. Although I did have to reactivate my Facebook account, which was really frustrating. Didn't want to. So yeah, what do you guys think? Is it worth it, or should I just keep using stories? Oliver says, I was following the chat on the Max Discord during the keynotes. I'm not sure the AI was met with quite the level of enthusiasm Adobe were hoping for. Yeah. I understand why. I don't want that line there. That's not the right line. Why did you have to reactivate Facebook? So in order to post to Instagram from the Adobe Express calendar, and it is a fantastic calendar where you can literally create your posts and add all of your imagery, carousels, videos, and set it to post at regular sort of things, so that you have like a plan of when to post things. And also send out posts to LinkedIn as well. For Instagram, it has to also be linked to Facebook. And I've tried and tried and tried to ask Adobe, ask Andy Lambert specifically, please, can we just remove this link? Can we just post directly to Instagram from Adobe Express? He said it's not negotiable. In order to post to Instagram from Adobe Express, you have to have a linked Facebook account to the Instagram, which activates the link. So if you understand. So if I want to post my posts with words like I used to, I have to switch back on my Facebook account, even though I don't use Facebook, just so that it has to be, so then I've got a Facebook page. My Facebook page is linked to my Instagram page, and that's how it works. In Adobe Express sort of gets its authorization from Facebook to go to Instagram. I hope that was understandable. So yeah, so I'm sort of bit by bit making that decision, going in that direction. I've given myself until my birthday next year to have my book finished. I don't have a publisher or anything, but I want the book to be in a state ready that if somebody said, oh, we'll publish this for you, blah blah blah, it'll be ready. I'll have a finished manuscript, it'll have the finished illustrations, and poetry. It's a bit of a mixed bag, all that. Oh yeah, Oliver, yeah. Yeah, if you create a Facebook page for your bugs, for example, that's the page then that links over to Instagram. So you could then use Adobe Express to, like, on their calendar, plan out all of your content. It is quite a, I feel ethically confused and what's the other word I want to say? Just confused, I think, is the main word. Ethically confused about using Instagram. I mean, Uma, I mean, it's basically just a the calendar's really useful as a function because it can organize my social media content. Otherwise it's sporadic, and then I've forgotten where I've put stuff, and I put too much energy into it and then get burnt out. Whereas this helps me to sort of plan myself at regular intervals so I don't get overwhelmed. And I love, you know, that's an Adobe product, but the whole Instagram thing is a bit gross. Anyway, I have a product I want to be able to sell effectively, and I know I can't do that on my with my social reach, let's say. I just haven't got that. I haven't got the networking ability, so I need something to do the legs for me. I guess I just want somebody to tell me it's okay that I'm doing it, and that I won't be going against my own ethics if I start using Instagram as a posting thing again. Oliver says, I have a Facebook page, but I didn't want my Instagram connected to that. Ah, right. But you wanted it connected to your normal Facebook. Etta can do one. I know. This is where it's hard. Ema says, I've never posted using anything using Express. I have no idea. Oliver says, Instagram is CAC for reach now anyway. I don't know. You know what? My stories are going further. I'm reaching further with stories, and I don't know what it is that I'm doing. You've seen what I post with my stories. To be honest, Oliver, you know, the reach of social of influencers isn't necessarily the level I want to reach anyway. I just want to be able to know that if I have something that I want to be able to sell, that I'm not it's the selling bit I think that grosses me out. Got something to sell. I'd rather be able to give it away, but I know that's not possible. especially if I want it to be published. Apparently stories is where it's at now. I know, but I mean, I can't tell where... I don't follow the rules anyway, so... And, oh, according to people much cooler than me. Who could possibly be more cool than you, Oliver? Apparently YouTube Shorts too is something you've rarely ever watched. I know I don't really watch shorts. I watch videos a lot. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I feel like I need to see a therapist just to be able to cope with posting on Instagram. It's ridiculous, really. Yeah, YouTube Shorts are just stories under a different name. Well, you know, each one of them's got to have a different name for their version. Apparently they're the hit place to be. That's probably why I'm not there, Oliver. I do actually, to be honest though, I actually have created a load of YouTube Shorts and I've never posted them. And they're basically just like the time-lapse versions of all the reels I've done. They're all the reels that I've already done on Instagram. I've turned them into shorts ready for YouTube and never use them. So it's like I have got things that I could use. Right, what was this? This was corner. All right, so this is actually needs to be... Maybe this needs to be brick. Stone. It is a mess, isn't it? Oh, blinking king. Oops. No, that's fine. And then these would sort of come into... I keep wanting to say lime scale. Lime's still in my head. Lime wash, maybe? Maybe it's limestone. Lime something. So I take it you guys aren't the ones I need to ask about how to post to Instagram again then? With good conscience. What do I want to know about posting to Instagram? How to do it therapeutically? Just post, Oliver says, just post what you want, when you want. Don't take any notice of all the rules for getting reach. They're all nonsense. Okay. So I've got my brick wall, but this needs to be a slate windowsill with iron. Oh, I didn't want to get rid of that. With an iron frame. Would it have been a wooden frame? It was wood with iron bars. Oliver says, once upon a time, all that post regularly, monitor stats, etc. worked. But it doesn't anymore. What works now is just interacting with other people's posts, liking, sharing, commenting. And don't bother with hashtags, they're utterly pointless now, even though loads of people still use them. Okie doke. yeah, this could be a wooden window frame. Get some of these lines. Good. Oh, unless you can get into the top post section for a hashtag and people are actively going to look at the hashtag. No one's even going to see your posts. Yeah, I mean, I suppose unless you're doing something like for Folktale Week, you can find other, I think it only happens like in the day as well, or maybe it's only the ones that get the most likes or something. That you can just see. It's nice to see who else is doing Folktale Week. Yeah, the top ones. Yeah, alright, okay. Okay, so I still need as well this lime thingy sort of be. Then on this side of I've got the top and the right section sorted, apart from the kitchen table. Let's get some of this shelving sorted now. With my wibbly wobbly wood. A frame. I think I put a frame in, didn't I? What's that at the back? I don't think I need that. Oh, you gave them your feedback with that, did you, Oliver? And they didn't even bother to pay any attention to what you said. Their loss. Okay, this frame is gonna come down here. Did they take any notice, Oliver? Did you get any response? Thinking that this would actually, my view of the shelving would get see more of the shelving. Which means I probably need to put some of these jars further back. Okay. Oop, this part here. It's tidying up. So this corner part would be better off. Same with this. And I think I pretty much messed up the bottom bit. I don't know why, but I've got all of this here. I don't think I need it. I've got a space there now, which somehow I need to fill that space. Oh, you didn't get a response. Oh, how surprising, Oliver. How rude of them. Maybe I could move these shelves down. Space them out a little bit more. No, I could have a cupboard. There we go. Make it into a cupboard door. So there's like that'd be about the middle. It'd be like a cupboardy section with a oop, what am I doing? Make it more like a there we go. Big flat part with the screw hole, nail hole, and there you go, that's good. That covers that part, and I can just do that bit. duplicate this side. Oh yeah, sorry. What is that? It's the door handles. Because I was trying to think of what to put in that space above the cauldron and below the shelving. So door handles, perfect. Because then this would just be wooden. A wooden sort of colour and pattern. I mean, to be honest, a lot of this is probably going to be quite dark because of the lighting being quite low. It looks like a character sitting on the edge of the cauldron. Yeah, it's supposed to be a cauldron. I need to sort of figure out its might make some sort of frame thing. Okay, so that layer's done, and then basically I need to go through the same of all the other layers. Let me just take my antibiotics. Life-saving meds. Oh, the other thing I hadn't done actually, in the background, I need to do a view of Llyn Tegid. Which, if I do it on another layer, it would probably look something like obviously going to be some shrubbery outside, and then the lake. I got my horizon, yeah. And then there's like a crisscross of mountains. Loads of like shrubbery. And that's like the iconic view at the end of Llyn Tegid. If you're looking east to west, that's the west view. Get this grid up. Right, got very good. Something's got to be straight in this. Got to be the water. My son's just got back from an escape room, and he's got straight onto the Xbox, and it's pounding with music downstairs. These youths. I suppose I could probably do these really nice autumnal colours as well. Different shades. Oh, you can't hear it. Oh, good. Feel it. Like boom, boom, boom. Cheeky rascal. You know what? I really wish I could do more landscape stuff. I haven't quite worked out a technique I like for landscapes. I start to get really drawn into must draw absolutely every leaf, and it's just a bit ridiculous. It's, you know, there's no point in drowning myself in that type of detail. I once did a so a half Ironman is called a middle distance, and the swim was in Llyn-Tegid, the Bala Lake, and it was in June, so it should have been a nice sort of temperate weather. Well, it was a day it snowed, and the wind and the rain was so extreme that the waves were chaotic in the lake. And I came out of the water alive. I felt half drowned because you couldn't swim without hitting a wave. And I was not prepared for that. Let's just say. And then I did the bike ride, utterly freezing. And I said, you know what? I'm okay. I've done enough. And fair play to those who finished it. Half the race, I think almost 3/4 of the race, didn't. Because there was snow and ice, and yeah, that was like not the best day to do a half Ironman. It was also the last time I did a swim race in Bala Lake. You know what? Swimming in Bala Lake is quite scary. Really cold because it's so deep. And there are fish in the lake that date back to the Ice Age, effectively. They are so... It's so deep that there's obviously the... a bit like the Loch Ness monster. There is also a monster down the bottom of Bala Lake. You're boiling some water now just to warm up. Yeah, okay. It doesn't look right because everything else is wonky. It almost looks like the horizon of the lake isn't straight, but that's the only horizontal thing in here. Okie doke. So that's the background done, frame done. What time is it? 20 to 9. I'll just start on this bottom row. I think I needed to move these jars back. So get these jars. I feel like there should be another one next to them. Or if I move them over... No, they don't look right moved like that. If I move them back... Just going to do a bit of a distortion thing. I don't think they look quite right. Okay. And then it's this line here that's confusing. drats. They need to sort of be in line with the top, really, don't they? Oh, by the way, I did change my mic, like you said, Oliver. Has it made a difference? At all? I'm not expecting it to. Marginal. Maybe, not sure. Okay, so I just needed to add something at the end here because now I've got a gap. Something creepy. No, it doesn't have to be creepy. Another... Copy these pickles. These other potion things. One, is it this one? Copy selection. Paste selection. I want to move selection over to here. Ink edge. We don't need all three, do I? It would make more sense if there was two and one at the back, one at the front. Just going to move them separately. Selection, face selection, and then move that to the front. There we go. Sort of looks like they've all been put there. Okay, let's delete what I don't need. to put the other one in front. Thanks. No, don't want to do that. Let's get rid of everything that would be behind here. Yeah, draw this one. Oh. Down. Where's down? Go. Okay, guys. I'm gonna stop here. And I'll probably keep working, but I need a bit of less observation. I don't want to be talking. So thanks so much for being here, Oliver, Antoine, and Uma, and anybody else who popped in at any point to say hi. And I will be. I may be back on Saturday. I think it depends on what time I have dinner, because we're doing our first ancestral roots ritual. It's only me and Tom, I think, so I don't think it'll be long, but obviously he's got to come back from Bangor. Anyway, I'm just gonna sign off and say thanks very much for being here, and I've no idea what's happening with all of the lives this week, but today is Wednesday. Means Penny is probably on tomorrow, 12:30 p.m. UK time. Means Sean may be streaming. I don't know if he's streaming, whilst he's away. He's at Max. Jane's going to be streaming at some point. Uma's back on Friday evening, streaming her gameplay. And then Uma's back Saturday, 3 p.m. UK time. Yeah, I'm headed out now, Uma. So, yeah, so there's obviously going to be some random folks streaming all in between that. I can never quite remember. I'm just going to go and No Sean, no Jack, just yes Penny. Okay. Yes Penny, yes Uma, and possibly Yvie on Saturday. Oh, a nice break from Max talking about Welsh folk tales. Okie doke. I'm gonna stop talking now. Talked a lot. And I'm hopefully gonna be better by Saturday as well. Take care, guys. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye bye.